Hey everybody, this is Yep. Today we're gonna be doing another podcast. This is our third podcast about WIC, and this is basically just a personal experience with Evie and her mom. So yeah,
Oh, all right. I'm
Oh.
tech director, Evey.
Oh, I'm chief editor. I'm Jace.
I'm social media director Adriana, and Aiden isn't here, but she is team leader.
She wasn't able to be here today.
All right.
Okay.
Can you guys see my doc?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
I
can.
can.
All right. Here's my interview, guys, based on my mom's experience with WIC.
Mhm.
I interviewed her March 1st, like around 12. And I first started off with how did it start? And she said she came to know about this program mostly through our personal like childcare doctors. And when she was informed about it, like did she have any previous information? She said no. And she said the process was relatively easy. Did she remember any employees of the program? She said she couldn't recall. And she said, did anyone in particular leave an impression on you? And she said she couldn't recall. So like based on her interview, I could say like the impact that it had wasn't really that impactful because like she couldn't really remember like a lot it did at first, but like it barely started coming back to her recently.
Mm.
And like I could say like I personally remember like going into their San Isidro department or like building, and I remember like seeing a bunch of food and stuff. And like I think my mom picked up like milk and bananas.
Did it look nice in there, like the building? Do you remember it looking nice?
I remember it being like pretty like clean, and I think it was like colorful.
Oh,
Yeah. I remember like with the milk we made like a soup or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then like moving on for the progress, I said what results did you see being on WIC? And she said she saved money because of the food financial assistance. And she received more food quantity wise for her 4 children who needed like more nutritious food. I said were the results quick or did they take long to be helpful? She said the results were really quick and like her understanding of like what to give us nutritious wise like grew.
Mhm.
And then were there any rules to be followed on the program? She said income, like that was a big thing.
Mhm.
And
could
then how long?
you?
Huh? Oh,
Sorry, is there a way you could elaborate more on that, like the income part?
so basically, at first when we got on the program, we qualified for it because our income was below the exceeding line,
Mm.
and that quickly changed because I think my dad like got a promotion,
Mhm.
and so his income like not doubled but like increased quite a bit to where we couldn't be on the program anymore.
Mhm.
But they didn't catch that right away, so we kind of stayed on for a while, even though we shouldn't have.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah. Um. How long were you on the program? As like for a while, I think probably past when my brother was like 5.
Tristan?
Yeah, and I was like 7.
You're the oldest, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I think that's why I remember more of it because I asked my siblings and they said they didn't remember anything.
Right.
Excuse me. At any point where the issues be on the program, yeah, they figured out how much she made or my dad made.
Oh,
We got kicked off.
Yeah.
do you know if it was like a polite interaction or like they did it without telling her or something, or you just don't know?
I think they notified her. She said mostly likely when we went in again to get food, like they kind of confronted her,
Right.
Oh,
but not like in a mean way. She said
yeah.
just like
Right.
letting
Just
her
like
know.
telling her.
Yeah, just like informing her. At any wait, was being on the program embarrassing? Not at all. Like anyone who knew that she was on the program didn't care because like they understood that she needed the program's benefits for her
Mhm.
family. Nobody made her feel uncomfortable as she can recall, but like she also can't recall like if she had like friends in the program or not.
Mhm.
Mm. Was being on the program any sort of crush or like did she rely on it too much? She said no. Like the she used the program's benefits as much as she could, and like in the long run they were very helpful for her. Um, did WIC conflict with any other government aids? She said no. At the time, we were not currently like in need of any other assistance. The program offered nutritious food. It gave my mother like formula, milk, eggs, and cheese. And the ending of it, like, how did WIC end? And she said, yeah, they just got kicked off.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I mean, if I was in her position, I would be kind of upset. But she said, like, at that point, like, she was just making the best of what she had.
Right.
were you able to do the bare minimum after getting kicked out from the program? Like, was your family? I don't know how to say it exactly. Like, were they able to provide just enough, or like, did you guys struggle?
Yeah.
No,
Like, did you guys struggle more afterwards because you weren't on it anymore?
it was barely enough. Like, I remember we used to have, like, spaghetti all the time. And that's, like, I for the rest of the years up until this point, I'm, like, so sick of spaghetti. Like, I can't
Me
eat it.
too.
I know.
Me too.
It's like a
The
poor person
spaghetti.
food.
The
Oh,
spaghetti trauma.
Yeah, the spaghetti trauma, bro. And like eggs was another like easy meal to make, and I couldn't eat eggs because I'm allergic.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was kind of bad.
Wait, you're allergic to eggs?
Like raw eggs.
Oh, I see. You
Uh-huh.
never told me that.
Yeah, you
I
never told me.
did.
Boy, no, you didn't.
Yeah,
You never told me
guys,
that.
guys, you know this, guys.
No.
Guys, no, we don't, guys.
Yeah, you do.
Let the record show I was not aware that she
If
was
I don't remember, it
allergic to
never
raw eggs.
happened.
Okay, well, no one's gonna talk about themselves being allergic to raw egg.
I mean, that's true, but I feel like I asked you one time if you had any allergies and you said no. So I guess you had like no
Yeah,
allergies
that's so weird.
whatsoever.
Well, I remember like recently I ate like something that had raw egg incorporated in it. I was like, my mouth is burning.
Dang.
And like I think
Oh.
like Ani and Martinez were probably the ones that like picked up
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
you told me about that.
Yeah, see?
Never mind.
Well, I don't think I was there, guys.
I just didn't know it was like an allergen per se.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, like I said, it was definitely helpful at the end. And it was a temporary fix, but like I said, like in the long run, she used like what nutrition facts she learned to like help us at least get enough vitamins and nutrients. She said she would recommend this program. It's very useful and generous, and she says without it, my siblings and I would have had another problem to deal with, like amongst like other relating to our income. Because like I think if we hadn't gotten all the nutrition we needed, we definitely would have been like different health wise right now. Like we probably would have suffered from like malnourishment or something, or gotten
Right.
scurvy or something.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it happens all the time.
What's
Yeah.
scurvy?
Scurvy is when you don't eat a certain amount of foods. It's that thing pirates got back in the day, and it would be cured by vitamin D and like oranges. But it's a disease essentially from not getting enough nutrients. Yeah.
Guys,
Does
I
it?
think that's why I hate apples.
Why,
They're the poor person's fruit.
bro? Why would?
It's
Wait,
true.
We're
I'm
gonna
not
cut that
lying out
out.
here. I'm
Dude.
not lying.
Does scurvy have any physical impacts?
That's the one that makes your teeth fall out,
Oh.
and you get like the rashes and stuff. Like think of like pirates, how they have no teeth and they look all nasty, like their skin. That's kind of how it looks to be like have extreme scurvy because they wouldn't get enough nutrients on a boat in like the 1500s. You know.
Yeah, it was like really bad. I think I know like a lot of third world countries still have that.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, it's crazy how America is like supposed to be like one of the greatest countries in the world, yet we have people out here dying because they have lack of food or like lack of access to nutritious foods.
Yeah, I remember Matthew Desmond Desmond, well, I don't know how to say his name. Matthew Desmond saying something about that, and it was kind of like he was disappointed in a way, and I can honestly agree. Like, how are we going to be one of the most quote unquote like richest what is it, countries?
Yeah.
One of the richest countries in the world, yet have so many like financial problems and instability, and have so many health issues going on.
Yeah. I think it talked in the book about kids in Virginia once getting ringworm, and
Yeah.
ringworm is from like having water that's contaminated with like like fecal matter and stuff, like having dirty water. And it's like worms that like hook in your mouth, and it's that disease that makes your mouth look all weird, and you can see people's teeth because it eats away at your flesh around your mouth. I don't know if it's a real worm, but I think it is.
Ringworm, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't know if it was ringworm, but it's also the things. It was like a worm that people tended to eat in order to like lose weight because they thought that was a good way of
Tapeworm?
losing weight. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. I got
No,
confused.
it's okay.
But
The
yeah,
government
just
probably saying
honestly,
those kids have tapeworms
Huh?
instead of saying they're actually starved.
Who said that?
What?
What?
But anyways, like I was saying,
Government conspiracy.
Evie, stop.
like I was saying, it's just so sad to see how, like, it's just unfair. Like the economic classes that we have is just like so unbalanced, and I feel like rich people should at least like contribute to helping. Like we see all these people like, oh, like I wish America was like good. I wish America is this, and like it's sad to also see how like other countries view our country as like such a big opportunity when we're like
Yeah, because like for the
unfair.
majority of people, we won't be the opportunity that they seek, like to have a better life. A lot of people won't get there because it's just too hard.
Yeah, I feel like that's like we do have a lot more freedom compared to other countries, but it's just like I feel like the economics of our country is just something that makes it hard for incoming people
Mhm.
to like live off from, you know?
I feel like our country definitely like favors the rich. Our country's very hyper capitalist
Yeah.
because it's a free
Much.
market society.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mixed economy.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's I don't really know how to say it, but it's just like so unfair. I know I'm using that word a lot, but it really is unfair because all of the food prices are just going up, and it's going to become a lot harder for lower income people to like buy food. You
yeah,
know,
no.
that's
Yeah.
gonna lead to like more starvation. It's just like what the hell?
No, actually, on the other end, like it's gonna lead to more like cheap consumer fast food. Like
Yeah,
we run into
like
Miss Eggerson's, like people like who eat fast food, they're more prone to diabetes and like heart disease because like they're straining their bodies so much
Yeah.
with bad nutrition.
And technically, the healthier food did cost more by like $2, but for like, a lot of people, like that $2 means something. That $2 could go to something that's like happening right now instead of, oh, well, let's just, buy ourselves McDonald's or Domino's
Yeah.
because $2 cheaper. And then later we can use those $2 to pay the electric bill so our electricity doesn't go out or something.
Yeah. And like
Yep.
you said too, like our country is like so capitalist, even though it is supposed to be a mixed economy. Like people
Yeah.
prioritize like business over actual like well-being of their people.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to us. Hope to see you on the next podcast, our last podcast for our first project. Bye.
Or not,
Bye.
do whatever you want, you have free will.
Oh.